what have you done for the year, and why didn't you go to TVLA for the school year? That's what the response was. No, he wants to go back to homeschool. The homeschool is homeschool.
But I guess, what does that mean? The father stated he was told no at TVLA and he never pursued it any further.
Yeah, I don't
What
know.
does that mean? Are we telling students, parents, that they can't enroll? Could we check into that?
Okay, yeah, pass the 5-0 next time.
No, maybe for finished.
Oh, I already marked, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm ahead of you.
Mr. Zorn,
Is excused.
Mr. Rowley.
It votes yes, so that passes 5-0. So, next item, please.
10-01, closed session.
There is none, correct? Next item.
11.01, possible action following closed session.
There is none, next item.
12.01, other one.
Does anyone have any other one tonight?
I
Yes.
would,
Oh, go ahead.
Just my usual, if I could get advance authorization.
Yep.
And as soon as we get these positions filled, I won't have to ask for that anymore. Thank you.
Anybody like to make that motion?
I'll make it.
I'll support it.
Mr. Honeycutt makes the motion, Mrs. DeLay supports the giving HR authority to hire those positions that are needed.
Did recall.
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
That's 5-0. Anyone else with another one?
Yes, I'd like to thank Dr. Sear for assistance in getting my computer repaired so that I could use it. I thank you. And I'd like to thank both Ben and Mary Ann for all the hard work you've done. It's appreciated. And the information we're getting is all positive, it's all good, and I'd just like to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just have a few questions to follow up the superintendent and assistant superintendent report. I asked my assistant superintendent questions, but the Taylor Reading Corps is no longer in existence. But just a reminder that I sent you the list of the volunteers, so if we could, I know I ran into a few of the volunteers and they said that the principals had not contacted them or whomever were having contact, and they were just wondering how they would go about volunteering in schools and if they could have their same students. So I recommended that they call the school and try to talk to the principal directly. Is that the proper
I think
recommendation?
that's excellent, because they already have that relationship established, so I'll make sure Mary Ann and I can remind the principals that they may, be getting those calls or emails from the original tutors who were the participants with Taylor Reading Corps, so that even adds to it. That's good, thank you.
And then, I'm sorry, Penny, but I just have a few finance questions. I don't think they're difficult, but when was the DEP due?
September 30th.
So they've actually only had it 10 days, so.
I gave it to them earlier. Oh, I sent it the day after the last board meeting. It was approved, so it was approved on the 26th, so they get it on the 27th. So, yeah.
So about 2 weeks. So, do we have, the next question is the hard cap amount has increased in your report?
Correct, yes.
Do we have a total dollar amount? Does that affect the district general fund, or is that out of our staff's pockets?
Well, I'd already budgeted for an increase, so it shouldn't affect the general fund.
So that 3% is already budgeted?
It might be a slight increase because I think I budgeted 3.1% and it's 3.3, but we're not talking, it's the extra 0.2% for 6 months a person, so.
And then my other question is related to RISA. We paid RISA to do a report so that we would have that in order to put together a deficit elimination plan. And they had 45 days once they got the information, I believe.
Yes.
So when is that deadline, and when can we expect the report from RISA?
I have an email into RISA and they haven't responded yet, so I just need to send a follow-up email to ask them again.
Has the deadline already passed?
I'm not sure. I'd have to double check when I sent them the last bit of information.
So if you could check on that, because if it's already passed and we don't have that information, then they're in violation of the contract that we agreed to. And I'm a little bit upset that we didn't have that information when we had to put our DEP together. Especially since Mr. Ezekian stood up here and told us how important it was for us to have data and information and materials in order to make that decision before the state DEP had to go in. So that did not happen. And then another question about RISA. My understanding is that we gave permission for RISA to take, RISA to sell the property in Inkster and get rid of it for us. And why hasn't that been done?
There are still some legal issues that are being taken care of that they haven't gotten the resolution yet for those. So they can't proceed until those legal issues are taken care of.
What legal issues?
I have the email, but I don't have all the details that I remember. There was some different wording in the contract and the sale agreement between that Inkster wasn't agreeing to. So,
Well, I think we need to have somebody from RISA come and explain to us why that's not done and why we're still spending money on the care of the property, cutting grass and all of that. We need to be out of that business, and I thought we were, but we're not.
I know one thing that we did put a stop to probably 60 days ago. I talked to Thor and said now that there is a purchase agreement in the pipeline, even though it isn't finalized, stop cutting the grass, stop sending our crew. Reason we first became aware of that is back in August or late July when our crew went there to cut the grass, they had, they meaning Inkster, had a crew on site already cutting. So it clearly looked to us like they had made the assumption this sale was pending, so they were beginning to take care of it. And so Thor then called me and said, do you wish for me to continue to send? And I said, no, there's no point. If we get a call from them that says, hey, you haven't come cut, it's long, then we reestablish that connection. But obviously, if they've picked up the maintenance on it, no point in our crew going over there. So other than that, I have no other information. I don't know if we were doing anything other than cutting grass.
I think it's, in my opinion, I'm not an attorney, but there's a legal quagmire on if one of their workers is injured on the property and it's still in our name or somebody else, who legally owns the property and is responsible. So the sooner we can get rid of it, the sooner I think our liability goes.
Well, not only that, the amount of money that we spend to maintain the property,
Right.
yet the city doesn't maintain the surrounding properties. And I know at one point in time, we were getting notices that we were going to be fined for not maintaining it. Yet the surrounding properties are untouched.
Right.
That, I have a problem with that. We're paying to send our crews over there when we could be doing something here, and yet the community over there doesn't take care of the surrounding properties. What's the point?
Well, let's do it. We're not giving them permission to cut it, and they cut it, and they get hurt. That's
That
their
was
own
for a
liability.
function. Mr. Williams, that was for a function. They were cutting the act for some kind of police picnic.
On our property?
Yep.
Even better.
Yeah. Since it was the Inkster police, all three of them were hollering in the garage.
No,
Thor didn't want to push the button, so
they have
they
3
cut
cars,
it.
so make sure you get that correct. They have 3 cars and 5 officers. The
But
wait
when-
time is 2 hours.
Mr. Williams, can I ask when you told Thor no more cutting?
About 6 weeks ago, maybe longer.
That's been cut since then.
Okay. News to me. Thank you.
We're still cutting it?
I know of one more cut since then. Unless they told me they were going to cut and didn't make it. They're gonna haul the tractors over there.
Do that, your questions, Mrs. Silly?
Just looking real quick. The other one was the policy mule thing that we'll talk about next week.
All right.
Thank you. Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Seeley, supported by Mr. Myers, that we accept other one. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Next item.
Item 13.01, for the adjournment motion?
Motion, support.
Well done. I have a motion by Mr. Honeycutt, and a support by Mr. Myers that we
So
adjourn.
unfair. So
Any
unfair.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 5-0. We'll adjourn at 8:30.